Good morning, friends. Well, it may or may not be morning for you, but it's morning for me. It is a Friday, and I decided to just randomly film my day because I've got just some random things going on that are a little bit outside of the norm that offer me during the week. So I've already dropped the kiddos off. I dropped Jameson off at school. I just dropped Allison off with my in-laws. And she's super excited because she gets to see her grandpa, who she hasn't seen in a couple weeks. So today I'm going to try to make it to yoga right now. My GPS has me there 4 minutes before the class starts. So fingers crossed, we'll see. If the universe has it in the plans for me to go to yoga today, I will go to yoga. And then after that, I have just a short period. I've got about an hour and some change before I got to pick up Jameson from school because they have early release on Fridays. So I'm gonna try to go to Trader Joe's right after that, and then I've got some stuff to kind of prep for some media relations gigs that we have coming up next week. I got to get a display prepped for a new segment that we're going to be doing, just to kind of pre-game it and make sure everything's going to look good on camera. And then see what other work I can get done in the short period of time. So I am going to film. I am cooking this evening because every Friday we do something with my sister and her husband. So this week they're coming to our house. So I'm going to do a homemade chicken pot pie. I am not doing the pie crust from scratch, however. So I'll probably film me doing that recipe. So yeah, stay tuned for this Friday day in the life. Not necessarily solo parenting, but just kind of a random hodgepodge of things to get done today. So I try to do yoga at least 2 to 3 times a week because it really helps me to center myself and get some mental clarity. But it also helps me stretch out these mom muscles that I have because, man, these kids have destroyed my body. Oh man, I needed that class so bad. I freaking love my Friday classes because they are super intense for like 45 minutes, and then we get a good stretching in the beginning and then a really good just wind down and relaxation at the end. So I got a good sweat on. I feel super zen. I have an hour and 20 minutes before I need to pick up Jameson from school. So I'm going to run to Trader Joe's. That should be just enough time for me to get to Trader Joe's, get what we need for this next week, get home, put it away, and then head to get Jameson from school. I love shopping for wine at Trader Joe's. I always find the best prices. And today I just needed a cheap bottle because I was going to be cooking with it, but then I had to pick me up a little bottle for drinking as well. So does anybody ever just drive in complete silence? I've been doing that a lot lately, where I just won't have anything, and no music on, no podcast, nothing, just kind of sit and drive in silence, especially when I don't have the kiddos in the car. But even when I do have the kids in the car, actually, because I've been trying to like reduce their tablet time, and usually a main part of the day when they would have the tablet is when they're in the car driving, so they don't drive me nuts. But I've kind of stopped doing that, and so I've found myself just kind of like still not putting any music on unless they ask for it, and just kind of letting the car be silent, you know, besides their talking and their, you know, back and forth. And sometimes they just sit there in silence too, and I think it's actually really good for them. It kind of helps to regulate their nervous system. It helps to regulate my nervous system. So I was just curious if any of you like to have a silent vehicle while you're driving. This is just kind of a new development for me. So there are some days that there is so much to do, my calendar is jam-packed, and I forget to eat. And that was the case today. It was after 11 a.m. and I had yet to eat, so I had to scramble to make myself a sandwich as I headed out the door to get Jameson. We pick Jameson up from school. We have to walk up to the school because I just don't want to do the drive up option that they have. And so the parking lot we pick her up in, we have to park in the neighborhood and around there and then walk in. So it's usually about, the whole trek takes about 15 to 20 minutes. So from parking to walking from my car to pick her up, and then picking her up and then walking back to the car. So I get some nice steps in every day at pickup and drop off. All right, so I just spent a little bit of time doing a mock-up of what our media segment is going to look like this next week for the event that we are doing media marketing for. Still need to get a few more things for it so it's well-rounded and represents the event to the best of our ability. So now I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and just do a little bit of business shopping. I got myself a matcha latte from my favorite local coffee shop, Culture Coffee. They do such a good job, and I just absolutely adore the ambiance in that place. It is just so neat. It always feels so welcoming, and you know, at least once a month my husband and I will go in there and have like a little coffee date and just kind of sit there and just soak up the vibes of the place, because it really is just a cool place. But yeah, so now I'm off to Hobby Lobby to just get some more stuff for this media segment that we're doing next week. And then I need to go to Target to get the rest of our groceries, and then pick up a few things for my in-laws. And then I'm probably just gonna go pick the girls up and bring them back home, because I still have a chicken pot pie to make. And oh crap, I just realized I did not put the chicken in the crock pot. All right, well, we're gonna have to cook up the chicken a different way. So I got a lot to get done, because my sister and my brother-in-law will be at our house in about 5 hours. So it's not a lot of time to get all this done. So let's go. Oh, look, there's Hobby Lobby just around the corner. It's as if I went to this coffee shop on purpose. Christmas. fall. Christmas, fall. I am not ready for this. You guys are probably gonna think I have a Target obsession because I feel like in every video I'm going to Target. I swear I only go once a week and usually I just do drive up. But yesterday I did drive up and they missed half of my order by giving me the wrong bag. So now I gotta go in because I'm not trusting their ability to give me the groceries that I need. Now for this event that we are doing media relations for, we had a couple segments that were going to be in studio. So this was for the California Garlic Festival, and I'm setting up or kind of doing a mock setup of what we want the segment to look like in studio when we're in studio, and then all of the other segments that we are doing for them are going to be on site. So this was just my attempt at making sure that we had enough visually to make the in studio segment be visually appealing for those who are watching. All right, I have accomplished just about everything I needed to today. The only thing that I have left is to make that chicken pot pie, and then I also need to tidy up the house because it's a little bit of a mess. So I have about a little less than 3.5 hours to go pick up my girls, come back, start prepping / cooking the chicken pot pie and cleaning up before my husband gets home and before my sister and my brother-in-law come over for dinner and to hang out. So I'm still a little crunched for time, but I think I can make it happen. Sorry, I had to show off my Blue Line shirt. I got it from BFC Apparel on Instagram. I'll go ahead and link her Instagram down below, but I absolutely love her Blue Line apparel. But yeah, so I am home. I am going to get myself hooked up with an early bird. It's the energy supplement that my husband and I use. It has actually gotten him off of energy drinks. And so I'm going to go ahead and take one of those right now because I am slacking a little bit. And then I am going to start cleaning up and getting dinner cooked at the same time. So it should be fun. Oh, and I still got to put groceries away. I put away the refrigerated stuff, but I have not put away the dry goods yet. So I'm going to do that. I did give the kiddos some tablets because I do need a little bit of uninterrupted time to hopefully get all of this done within the next 2 hours. So let's go. Oh yeah, definitely need that. I'm not really going to give you a step-by-step instruction on how to make this chicken pot pie, but I will link the recipe down below. It is a fun recipe to do, but there are a lot of steps involved, and I can't imagine how many more steps there would be if I were to make the pie crust from scratch, but I'm not about that life. So I always buy my pie crust. I buy the Pillsbury dough pie crust. That's just ready to bake pie crust. And then just follow the instructions. A lot of fresh vegetables in this. I do love this recipe, but I only make it like maybe once every couple of months just because it is such an in-depth process. One of the perks of this recipe is that it uses mine. So a little bit for the recipe and a little bit for me.
How about you pass it to me?
One at a time. One at a time.
Now Sissy's turn. That's where we want to see.
Thank you so much for joining me on this busy Friday. If you are interested in the recipe in today's video, make sure you check the description below, as well as the link to BFC Apparel for all of her Blue Line apparel. Like always, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit like on this video, and I will catch you all next time.